got a nice little base defense here. He can't really attack me, and I can't really attack him. You know, if I had my 8 banelings and all these zerglings, I actually could have. Let's see, yeah, I would have been pretty successful in a front wall breach, especially if some of my banelings survived to take out these marines. But at this point in the game, in the early game, Zerg just can't really scout well enough. You know, if I send an overlord up here, he can just send 2 or 3 marines to kill it. I won't really see what he has. Even if I send it in the back, I won't see his army. I'll just see his building. So it's really tough for Zerg to scout until they get either an overseer or that Zergling speed. Or I'm sorry, not the Zergling speed, but the overlord speed. And it looks like I'm getting Burrow right now for my banelings. I feel like I'm behind in this match, even though I'm actually not. But I feel like I'm behind, and I think I need to pull out some kind of trick like baneling burrow, unburrow, or something like that. And I'm choosing to go mass hydras at this point. Extremely effective against marines and marauders when they have nice upgrades, and I'm upgrading as well. So my minerals are looking good. Pretty good with drones. Could use a couple more. And this overlord looks like it's getting shot down by the spore colony. Oh shoot. I didn't even see that. Run, you bitch. Yeah, that's right. Terran, continuing to do what Terran does best, massing up medevacs, marines, and marauders. Very original. I like his play, extremely classy. Just pumping out more medevacs with his starport. His factory is just kind of chilling in the air like a giant box. Look at me, I'm a box. And my Zerglings, meanwhile, just scouting out this area. And by scouting out this area, I mean they're not doing anything, and I wanted to sound like they were doing something by saying scouting. I've still got about 8 banelings, pumping out some hydras. Need to get my eco going a little more. I was short on drones. I'm still short on drones. I need to train a couple more. There we go. And I'm putting down my expansion. You'll notice I do spot this factory with my wisely placed friend's extractor. Not sure what the factory is doing. I think he's just using it as a scout because he is not going to train any factory units, but he's still pumping out the medevacs. Not any upgrades at all so far. I see an engineering bay. It looks like he is getting attack +1, and I choose to burrow my banelings out here. It's always good to burrow them in kind of an unusual spot. You don't want to burrow them right here. This will get scanned. He's actually doing a drop on me. I send my Zerglings down right away to try to save my expansion, and he pulls them up as soon as they get there. He's going to try to maneuver this around wherever he can and try to harass me. He actually might have been able to place him up there and get a few shots in with his marauders because they have a 6 range. I don't know if he'd be able to reach that. Send my lings down again. He's not even able to kill one before he brings them back up. And this harass just isn't going to be very successful, especially when I get more hydras to try to take out this medevac, you know, if he makes a mistake in where he moves it. But as I was saying, this area will be scanned if you put your banelings there. This area will probably be scanned. Even in front of your base will be scanned, but it's not too often. It's not uncommon, but this area is less likely to be scanned, and so that's why I chose to put my banelings there. But I need to position my overlords, which looks like what I'm doing now, on the rim of my base. So they have the rim job, so to say, of scouting out the edge of my base and make sure these guys don't drop. And I do take out a medevac with these 5 hydras. They're so powerful. Their attack is upgraded as well, and he lost. It looks like it was like 2 marauders and 4 marines or so. But I am ready for this drop. I'm going to surround whatever he drops with my lings, and so he decides to just pull back, and looks like he might go for a frontal assault or something like that. And of course, that is exactly what I want. You cannot imagine how happy I was getting at this point. Carnage. That was the turning point. That is when I knew I have a chance in this game, and he's an idiot, because banelings are awesome. Continues to run his medevacs around. Look at that. Those are all full. Now he has 3, 4, 5 marauders and 4 marines in those medevacs. No expansion. I do have an expansion. Pumping out the gas so I can continue to produce hydras. Meanwhile, my upgrades are at 1-1. I will be upgrading my attack again soon. I think I'm actually producing will produce another queen here as well. But these minerals are almost out, so I'm transferring a couple drones here and sticking lots of drones on there just because I know he won't be attacking anytime soon. I can afford to eco up and get some more hydras pumping. 1-1 hydras, 0-1 lings, and I don't get any more banelings at this point. I'm not sure why. I just feel like I can just mass normal units and take them out that way. And meanwhile, as usual, I have my overlord scouting, overlord patrolling these locations here, and I have an Overlord up here. I know he has not expanded everywhere except maybe here, but that's fine. We can trade expansions. I feel like this guy is a weaker player. They did have to resort to a cheesy proxy rush, 7-6 pool rush, so I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Creep tumor connecting my bases. I'm eventually going to expand it out. Hydras are a slower unit, so it's pretty cool to have your creep tumor expand out here, especially if an enemy is attacking you and they fall back. Faster Hydras equals better surround, that sort of thing. Marines do have the attack 1 upgrade still, like I said, and they have stim pack as well with their shield, so his Marines are fully teched up. And it looks like he is going to make another approach on me, but look at this, I have my Overlord just kind of chilling there. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually Snorzo's Overlord. I guess I do not see this force out here, but I do have my Zergling here, and I'm able to see about right around here or so. Can't quite see his army, but I'm feeling pretty good. Look at this, Overlord spots you. What are you gonna do? Come on. Seriously, man? There's the second attack. Massing up a nice Hydra force. I've got 19 Hydras, so that's plenty if you ask me. Especially when he only has 20 Marines, or I'm sorry, 21 Marines. I cannot count today. 21 Marines and 12 Marauders, or 19 Hydras, and this number of Zerglings against that, I will take that any day. And the Nydus network. Good old Nydus network. Am I gonna use it here? Maybe. Am I gonna use it here? Possibly. Who knows? Second attack halfway done. Queen needs to get off her lazy ass and inject some effing larva. 130 energy, you bitch. Come on. Come on. Fat ass. Second queen's doing her job. Yeah, inject that shit. Come on. Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? There you go. There we go. Lots of Hydras. Banelings to boot. He did scan me. He was anticipating some kind of Nydus network up in his expansion because he knows I see it, but that's not where it's gonna go. I know you're expecting that. You know I have a Nydus network. I'm gonna get a little more clever than that, you silly goose. Come on. Lot of Hydras. Holy crap, that's a lot of Hydras. Banelings to try to get in there and mix things up with those Marines. They even do better damage to Marauders now. Instead of doing 15 plus 20, they do 20 plus 15, so a lot better versus armored units now. And they're loading up. Somehow they defy the laws of physics and they're all fitting in there at once. It must be pretty cramped. And it's popping out right here. He does not have vision of that. If you look at his base, he cannot see that. This is the only area that I really could have put it. And I am funneling my men out and going in and going for the final blow here. I am 2-1 just as this battle ensues. You'll see there. And I don't want to just let my guys have, their own control over themselves and run in and get themselves killed, except for those Zerglings, of course. So I do run my Hydras back a little bit to try to get a better positioning, and my Banelings are just running in there and doing so much damage. Terrible, terrible damage, as Dustin Brower would say. And my Hydras are in decent position. They're getting funneled a little bit right here, but I have just too many Hydras, too good of upgrades, and my Banelings were not focused by his men. I don't know if they take attack priority when they are focused, but I am trash talking here. I say whoopsie, just because they did cheese and they just lost a 2v1. So I feel like this kind of a snide trash talk is warranted. And Warland GG's on me, and I GG. The reason some of my GG's are in caps is because that is my ventriloquy, so I don't do it to be mean. But this is the end of the game, as you can see in the replay bar on the right. There needs to be a way to minimize that thing. Jeez. But my Hydras are well upgraded. They sacrificed their economy for that early rush, and as a result I exploited it and took them down. So bring it on, HD. Bring it on, Husky. Let's fight! Fight! Fatality! Alright guys, later.